So how does the NIC teaming work in vSphere? Explain the failover order and load balancing option. Okay. So let me take the diagram here. Okay, I will put one diagram this. Okay, here. So these are the grok images I created with grok. Okay. So this is your vSphere host. Okay. So you have VM1, VMNIC0, VMNIC2. Okay. So you have load balancing policy. Okay. Or you have NIC teaming. Let's say you have a NIC teaming here. Okay. I will put one diagram here. Okay. So you have one network card here. Okay. This is the other NIC card. Okay. And this one is a third NIC card. So you have done a teaming here. Okay. Teaming. Let me put one. This is all a team effort. Okay. Let's say the traffic is coming in here. Okay. So traffic is hitting. Okay. I will take pencil. Okay. So now traffic hitting. Okay, it is going here. Okay. This is unused. You have not used this. Okay. So let's say this got failed. Okay. Now the traffic will be going in here, all here. So you will not know where, even if it is failed, because of you configured teaming, it is still working, even though someone unplugged it. Okay, let's say back end, let's say here you have a switch here. Okay, so you connected like this. Okay, this is the cable. Okay, and this is the cable, and you have a cable here. Okay, someone unplugged this. Okay, someone unplugged it. Okay, so still your traffic is coming through this and it is going like this. If you configure NIC teaming, it will be going like this. Let's say once you enable this one, okay, let's say if this got failed, it will get activated automatically. Okay, and then the traffic is going here. Okay, this will also be using. So you are not using this IP address here. So for example purpose I am telling you, but once you do that NIC teaming, okay, all the network card will act as one team network. Okay.
Sir, in the case of vSphere, the teaming, the port will work active or active passive.
So it depends on how you configure. Okay, we'll see that one also. Okay. So now you have here, okay, VMNIC0 and VMNIC2. Okay, this is single active. Okay, so whenever you have any failure, okay, this will switch over to other one. You have active here. Okay, so active and standby. Okay, you see this connected to physical switch, VNIC2 and VNIC2. So you don't see this one. Okay, VNIC1, okay, VNIC, okay, VMNIC0, VMNIC1. Okay, this is standby and this is also standby. Okay, so whenever the active traffic, once this VMNIC0 fails, okay, let's say in this scenario it got failed here. Okay, so this one will be using this standby. In that scenario, he has put this as a standby. Sorry, this one as standby. This is unused. Okay. That is how it configured here. Okay. So once the VM NIC 0, this NIC card is failed. Okay. So the traffic will go through this VM NIC 2. That is how teaming will work. Okay. So now here you see the failover order. Okay. Failover order is, let's say if this fails, are we going to use this standby which is unused, or are we going to use this one standby? Okay. So failover order is active and standby. Once this get failed, you use this standby. Okay. Until that you don't use this. Okay. That is the option. Okay. So it will be dynamically load balancing first. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Dynamic load balancing. Okay. Let's say now you got it, Pranav, on the NIC teaming part.
Yes, sir.
Now you just let me know if you are not able to get it. No problem. Okay.
Sure, sir.
Yeah.
For timing, it's been understood.
Yeah. That's it. Okay. So I'm just giving you the high level overview how that teaming will work. Okay. So what we call this as a lag. Okay. Physical lag. Let me tell you. Okay. On the with another example, I will take it. Okay. What is the lag here? Okay. Okay, you have this is the VM. Okay, let's say this is the VM. Let's say whether this is recording. Okay, it's recorded. Okay. This is your vSphere host. Okay. This is your virtual switch, VM NIC 1, VM NIC 2, VM NIC 3. Okay. Let me give you the example. Okay, how this is in the ESXi host or your virtualization host. Okay. Once you master this, Pranav, you can understand most of the concepts.
Got it, sir. I'll once just recheck it all these things.
Okay. Let's say you have a vSphere host. Okay. This is your ESXi host. This is also your ESXi host. Okay. And this is also your ESXi host. Let's say these are all kind of virtual boxes. Your laptop, then Chandana's laptop, and then Shruti's laptop. You have all VMs running here. Okay.
Okay.
Now you have a switch here. I will put a switch here. Okay. This is where you have connected all your laptop to one physical switch. Let's say you connected to the wireless, our Archer. Okay. And this is the our act. Okay. This is your virtual switch. Okay, and this will be your physical switch. You are understanding it, Pranav?
Yes.
This is your virtual box. Okay, or ESXi. Let me say this is for you. You think it is a virtual box. Okay, inside that you have VMs here. Okay.
Okay.
Now here you have. Let me cut this one. Okay. Okay. You have here in each VM you have 3 NIC cards, NIC adapters. So you know, right, you have configured the NIC adapters.
Right.
You have 3 NIC adapters in every virtual machine. Let's say you are connecting the virtual machine now. Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. I'm just
Okay.
okay. So now, okay, if you are allowing these two to act as one, okay. Let's say if you are allowing these two adapters to act as one, we call that as a LACP, or we call this as lagging or lag. So once you have your two NIC cards, okay, I will put this, okay, this is VM, okay, and this is your network, okay, this is also your network, okay. So you will be using this as a combo one. So if you do lagging, okay, this will act as one. Okay, I will put this as how to put no color. Okay, no fill, right? Once you configure lag, okay, this two will act as one. Let's say you have this 100 Mbps speed, okay. This is also 100 Mbps speed, okay. Once you configure lagging or LACP, okay, this will act as a 200 Mbps line. Got it, Pranav?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Got it.
Let's say I will give one more example. Let's say you have here 500 Mbps line, okay, act, okay. This will be costing me somewhere around 1500. Okay. This I am using 500 Mbps, one more line, okay. This will also cost me 1500, okay. So I have one more called 1 Gbps line, okay. Okay. This will cost me 5000, okay. So what I am going to do in this scenario, I will configure this as a lag, okay. Here I will put it as a lag, and I will be using this to go outside, okay. Here I will be using 1 Gbps. So both I have combined and going out I will have a connection of 1 GB speed for 3000. 1500 plus 1500, 3000. I am saving money. If I take 1 Gbps, they will charge me 5000.
5,000.
Okay. So I am using a lag. Okay. So that it will go as a 1 Gbps. Let's say in one more example I will use. Okay. We have a free current in Bangalore, right? Do you know that? Electricity.
Yeah, sir, but till now I have never seen that there is a free current.
Okay.
So,
Because
whatever it is, I have always kept paying.
yeah, I know why it is. Okay. So below 200 units, okay, it is free. Okay. Below 200 it is free. Okay. So once you start above 200, you will be charged. Okay. Below that it will be minimal. Okay. So what you are doing, you are lagging this. Let me drag it. So I am very terrible at this kind here. Okay. So now what you are using? You are using the lag here. Okay. So you have kept 1, 2, 3. Okay. Every 10 days you are changing this connection, current connection you are changing. Okay. So your consumption normally will be 400 to 450. Okay. Your units. Means 30 days for that every day it will be 15 units. Okay. So what you are going to do, you have this lag here. Okay. So you can use any one connection. So this is a load balancing concept I am talking about. Okay. So what you will do, you will be giving priority. Okay, for 10 days you use this. Means 10 days you are using 150. Okay. Then for other 10 days you are using 150 units here. Okay. Then third meter you are using it for 10 days, 150. Okay. Your current bill is 0 now. You got it? If you have only one connection, you will be charged heavily. Okay. If you have 3 connections, it will be offloaded, and you can leverage this. This is how this will be. We will discuss this concept in load balancing. But here you will be combining it and you are going out. Okay. That is what the LACPR lag will work. Now you understood, right?
Right.
Okay. Let's say so you will put all this as active. Okay. Let's say you have 3 connections here. Let's say this is your VM. You have 3 NIC cards. Okay. So all should be active to use this as a load balancer. So now you will be using it for load balancing. Okay, the physical switch, virtual switch. Okay. Then it is going outside. Okay. So here you have configured a lag. Lag means it is a circle. Whenever you see a circle in networking, you understand that this is a lag, like this. Means it will be configured both as a one connection. Someone dropped in the okay.
No, sir, it's not been dropped.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. Okay.
No, sir, it's not been dropped. I have only joined it, rejoined it.
Okay. No problem. Okay. So you have set up all the active. Okay. Now you will see the load balancing concept. Okay. So route based on source MAC address. Okay. You have route based on IP hash. You have route based on physical NIC load. Okay, LBT. And you have explicit failover order. Okay. Let me explain you this one as a how this will work. Where is the paint here? Okay. So you have here your MAC address. Okay. Let me take this example. So you have three NIC cards here. Okay. Three virtual adapters. Pranav, you have three virtual adapters. Okay. One, two, and three. Yeah. Can you please go on mute? Yeah. Okay. So whenever traffic is going, if you configure, let's say, um, the source route based on source MAC. Okay.
Sir, 1 second please.
Yeah. Go on. Okay. Route based on what is the first one we are seeing? Route based on MAC hash. Okay. Route based on IP hash, MAC hash. Okay. This will be with your virtual port based on the originating virtual port ID. Okay. So this will be based on the virtual port ID. Okay. Let me go to paint here. Okay. This will be source MAC or virtual port ID, originating port ID. Okay. So you have in sorry. So on the switch you will have only one active uplink. Okay. So on the physical switch, okay, let's say you have uh, we'll put one more diagram here. Okay. So this is your physical NIC. Okay. So on your desktop we have 4 NIC cards. Let's say you have 4 NIC cards. Okay. And you have connected it to a physical switch here. Okay. Let's say this is your physical switch. Only one connection you can put to that physical one. This is your physical NIC cards. Okay. This is your this brown color called as uplink. Okay. Then this is your physical switch. Okay. So whenever you send a traffic, okay, or you configured it originating port ID, okay, if you configure with originating port ID, okay, the VM traffic, let's say you have a VM traffic here, okay, this will use the same uplink port. Let's say you have used this uplink port. Let's say I don't want to use that one. Okay. So traffic is coming. So this is your VM. Okay, you connected 3 network adapters. Let's say I don't want to connect 3 now. I will erase this one. Okay. Sorry, yes. Let me delete this. Okay. So now you have only one NIC card here. Okay. So you have only one NIC card. Okay. Let's say this is not a only one uplink you have. Okay. You connected the NIC card. This is your adapter. Okay. This is your VM and this is your adapter, and this is going through the physical NIC. Okay. This is how you connect it. Okay. Here you have a virtual switch, or just like above we are using the virtual switch. Okay. So this is your virtual switch and this is your physical NIC cards. Okay. So whenever you are using originating virtual port, the traffic will always use this. This will always go like this. Okay. So let's say you have 4 doors to the institute. 1, 2, 3 and 4. So these are 4 doors. So if you put it as a virtual port ID, this will always use this port 1, this physical connection 1. It will not use this 2, 3, 4. Even though these are opened, it will not use. Only this will use the door 1. Okay. So if this get failed, then only it will use the 2. This is what virtual port ID is. Load based on virtual port ID. Got it? this will be your VM to uplink locking. It will lock the route. That's it. It is not going to change until this get failed. Okay.
It is configuring physical record.
Physical NIC card you will not configure. You will configure at the virtual switch. Okay. You will be configuring this at the virtual switch level. Okay. So why you configure this is, it is extremely simple and predictable. Okay. So this will be having zero overhead on the ESXi. Okay. So ESXi should is freely it will allow. Okay, you go there. I don't want to interrupt because that is simple. Okay. No special configuration is required at this physical switch. Here nothing is required to configure. Okay. It will fully support active and standby, all that. If this fail, it will come here automatically. Let's say this get failed now. Okay. I will make this as a failure now. Okay. If this get fails, okay, this will move it to this now. Okay. Now it will go like this. So these are how you will be configuring it for source MAC or virtual port ID. So originating port ID. Okay. This is the load balancing option. So now you have one more called route based on IP hash. Okay. Yeah, Pranav, you let me know if you are if it is going above your head, because these are very advanced topic. Is he in the call? He went outside. Okay, we'll continue, no problem. Okay. So you are getting it, Joy, or is it getting complicated?
No.
So simple, right? Okay. So now you have source based on source IP hash. Okay. On the IP address you are going outside. Okay. Now let's see what happens here in the paint. We'll see. Okay. So now you need to have a large what do you call traffic. So you are having a web traffic. Okay. So you have this one NIC card here, okay, or two NIC cards, any NIC card, okay. So I will be using this, let's say only single one I am using, or let's say I have used two NIC cards here, okay. Let's say I am using three NIC cards, okay. So I have a IP address for these three. Same. I have virtual IP, okay. So if I am going outside the traffic, okay, so I want to use multiple links. I don't want to stick with one. I want to use all the uplink ports. You just ensure that my IP address, you are seeing me as a IP address. Don't look at my MAC address. So in virtual port, you are seeing my MAC address here. Okay, don't see my MAC address because I have 3 MAC address here. You see my IP, and I will be using this. That is how route based on IP hash. Now got it? How that traffic will go? It will be using all the uplink ports and it will be going outside.
In web server concept is it?
Huh?
Web server concept you can see.
Yeah, in web server or large file servers or backup server, you want to have a high VM replication or data analytics, you are running it, or you are seeing only one VM traffic pattern. Okay, so in that you will be using that this pattern. Okay, so what in this, how it is going to work, your virtual switch here. Okay, so this virtual switch will calculate the source IP address. Okay, source IP plus destination IP, where this is going, destination IP. Okay, so additionally it will see the TCP IP ports. Okay, how it is going. Based on that, it will use this lagging here. Okay, so this will put an additional load on the virtual switch. Okay, that is how this load balancing will work. So I will stop the recording now.